Man, I just hate to be so negative. It's like everything else is just so good right now.
Yeah, but I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, I understand that. It's unfortunate. Also, I mean, elephant in the room. It's like a super creepy Pokemon.
Oh, y'all don't mean that.
Oh, Mr. Mime, I didn't see you there. I'm listen. We're not thrilled about this Rhyme Time Winter Chill Time event. It's
Oh,
kind
you
of
come
price.
around.
Hey, get off my
Well,
butt, Mr.
I
Mime.
just
Stop
gotta.
touching my.
I just.
Stop trying to touch my butt.
I'm not trying to touch that juicy bubble butt.
Hey, well then, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to get to your wallet.
Okay, well listen.
Oh,
I already
here it
told.
is. I got it.
No, hey, I'm not paying for this event. We talked about
Too
this. I'm
late.
not.
I got your wallet.
No, I don't like this. Give me my wallet back, Mr. Mime.
I hit it with my psychic powers.
Oh, I forgot about that. That makes it so much creepier. Salt, back me up here.
Oh, I've honestly just been too terrified to speak. It's just
Yeah, that
as long as
happened.
he's over there next to you, it's
Okay,
preferable.
I've got the
I
wallet
could be
back.
more than one place.
I've got the wallet back because you're also a very weak Pokemon, so it's nothing to just punk on you. I'm putting
Oh,
it. I'm putting it back in my pants. Now, please leave.
there we go.
Please get your hand off my butt.
No, I'm just creepy.
Do the music.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Duh.
I
You
have
got
to-
so in character, you forgot
Sorry.
to do the thing. Welcome to episode 222 of Pokemon Go Radio, the place for everything Pokemon Go. My name is Poppin' Narwhals, aka Nar, and I am joined by the thespian, the true embodiment, a character actor, Salt. Sir Salt, tell them what's up.
I have become Mr. Rhyme.
Yeah, I feel an
I think
evolution of the character.
of all the characters we've brought back, I really want to bring back Arnold Arnold Thoroughfare.
I forgot about that
Which
one.
is there's no reason to bring that guy back, but I really want to. Hey
There's not
everybody, what's
really
going on?
a reason to bring any of them back.
Yeah, but isn't there though? What's going on, everybody? This is Salt, capital SALT, and this place where we talk tips, tricks, and provide that sense of community out there for everybody who loves this game just as much as we do. And Nar P Narwhal.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, people can see your gross mustache, which is
I
horrible.
think they like it. I kept it just for this.
You said it wasn't going to happen. You said I wasn't going to do it. But true or false, this show went up on YouTube last week.
19% true, because I think if anybody else was an early adopter, after about 19 minutes, inexplicably the audio cut out. So I'm going to give you like partial credit. I guess it
But
did.
then I re-upload it, and it's fine now.
It's there. I saw
Yeah,
people actually subscribing to YouTube. That was
shouldn't.
weird. No.
Yeah.
You can see our faces. I got a lot of comments, people saying weird things like, you have faces and you're ugly, and just the general awful behavior that goes on.
Nothing
on
that
YouTube.
isn't true.
That was really
Wait,
special.
did somebody actually say they were ugly?
Yes. Specifically
Oh,
me. I was like,
oh,
ow,
wow.
why me? That's rude.
We're identical twins.
Come on. It's the beard, maybe? So I've trimmed it down to a nice lean mustache. But that's
so much worse, ladies and
that's
gentlemen.
going away.
It's honestly worth a quick jump over to YouTube just to look at that horrifying
That's
thing
called
on
a
his
plug,
face.
Salt. That's how you lay the breadcrumbs.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
And then they see my mustache and they throw up in their mouth.
I was gonna say they never come back.
Profit. Yeah. How was your week this week?
It was good, man. Let's see. I finished my quarantine. I got to leave my house. That was pretty nice.
Pretty good for Pokemon.
Yeah. I got to leave, but only Friday. So Thursday was my last day in quarantine. Got to go to work on Friday and then came home this weekend. Nothing really going on Saturday. Watched what was just a bananas college football game with my wife. Brittany, or Peppa, is a big, huge LSU fan, obviously. And yeah, just that game, LSU playing Florida, was just
Google
insane.
Florida cleat throw, and I promise you will not be disappointed.
It's worth it. It's one of the craziest penalties in sports history. Yeah, and then today I smoked some turkey breasts for some folks, and that was quite nice.
Yeah. Well, I had a really good week this week. I did a lot of Pokemoning. I went out and Went pretty hard on Community Day today, even though it was a little rainy, a little nasty outside. Got the Pokemon in, got some shinies. Overall, you know, it's pretty good. Pretty good week for Pokemon. Got a little progress on my raids, so I'm feeling good, but mostly Salt. I'm feeling good. Oh, actually, one other plug. I think it's a week from Monday, if I'm remembering correctly, but we just were sit down and we recorded with the Creator Series. Ken from Lured Up had us on his show for episode, I think, 22 of that series. So we got to talk about like our process and what it's like to podcast. And if you ever, you know, wanted to see two people that podcast talk about podcasting, boy, check our Twitter feed. We're going to RT that real hard.
Yeah, it was actually a lot of fun just to kind of just joke around. We love being on that show. It was explicit. Ken's show is always explicit and never more so than when we are on it.
Yeah.
We are vulgar people when allowed to be.
I think it's pent up is what happens. And then we're just like, oh, swearsies. And like a kid entering a junior high locker room for the first time, we just turn into nasty pirates. It was really quite something.
Yeah. But huge thanks to Ken over at Lured Up. That was a lot of fun to sit down and record that.
And then so we'll tweet that out.
Other news we're going to have the Pokemon Go Radio holiday meetup. That's going to be on the 23rd of December. We'll be hanging out. We'll do a voice chat in our Discord. We'll do all those kinds of fun hanging outs, and we'll play games. I'm sure we'll do all like the normal holiday stuff, and it's going to be a blast. Stand by for details on that. We're going to work with the director staff to figure out the exact times, make sure that we're able to do stuff that's going to hopefully meet as many requirements on the time zones. But Wednesday night, couple hours, we'll be hanging out. We'll talk more about it at the end of the show and just give you guys a reminder. But the 23rd, we're looking at doing that. Christmas Eve.
Yeah, that'll be a nice little fun thing. And then what else do we have?
Oh, we should say that there are going to be, this is our last show ever.
Bum, bum, bum.
Wouldn't
on the Corsola episode.
That's how we dropped it on people.
Yeah.
No, so this show comes out the 14th of December, and then our next show we will be picking back up on the 4th of January. So the 21st and the 28th, there will not be an episode of Pokemon Go Radio proper, but stand by, we're probably going to do a bonus episode.
Yeah, we might do a mailbag or something Pokemon related. We might just do something off topic. It's just a little bit crazy around the holidays in general, but also because Walls is now 37 weeks pregnant at any point.
Walls is like 48 weeks pregnant.
Well, guarantee before the next like episode 223 drops, we'll have a baby. So that's kind of nuts.
Another baby.
Another baby. No, because Shuckle is not a baby. He is a
baby
not
in
baby.
My heart.
No, he's a
little man.
He poops like a grown man. I can assure you that. It's quite horrifying.
It's like Peppa's dog. Sometimes he'll take a crap, and I'm like, where did this come from?
It's really kind of remarkable. It violates.
It's like 10% of your body, dude.
The law of conservation of mass. But speaking of taking a dump, we'll talk about chill tunes in just a little bit, Salt. Don't you worry. But before we get to that, let's talk about a little Taco Tuesday with the swine up and the double.
It's Corsola. You got to tell me a fact about Corsola.
That's right. Okay.
Episode 222.
It is the Corsola episode, and everyone knows the Corsola Pokemon is actually made of coral. I froze up. I couldn't do anything this time.
Really? That's all you got?
Hold on.
You just take a minute. Okay, now tell me something I don't know about Corsola.
It lives between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, and that's actually where it gets its name from. Because it's all the seas.
Okay.
Because it lives in the sea.
Okay, now we're in that normal Nar brand of facts. Mm-hmm. The actual Go entry is Corsola's branches glitter very beautifully in 7 colors when they catch sunlight. If any branch breaks off, this Pokemon grows it back in just one night. I think
mine was better.
Rip Corsola's limbs off because it doesn't matter.
That's how you turn into a Cursola, which is entirely for the meme. Respect to Gen 8 on that one. Okay, let's talk a little Taco Tuesday now that you're ready, Salt. Are you ready?
Yes.
Did you get that swine up double dust on?
Oh, I did. I was double star pieced on that day, and when I wasn't playing, I was gotching. I got to quite a bit of little snownups. No shinies. I think I got a good PvP one, a better PvP one. Let me see here.
Oh, and for the record, Salt, Pillow Swine
does
have tusks.
Yeah, I know. Everybody knows I meant Swinub.
Nah, I think you meant Mamoswine.
I definitely did mean Mamoswine.
Piloswine. Got called out on the Twitter.
I did get
Pikachu's coming up with his adventure cap. That's double candy.
I'm
cool.
almost back to 2 million Stardust.
And there's Kyrim for days. You can get the big old snow shovel face monster anytime you want. But we got raid bosses. Some pretty good raid bosses.
Yeah, let's see here. We've got who we got hanging out here. We got a lot of the ice Pokemon that we talked about. I'm not seeing as many Esper as I want. How are you seeing them?
I haven't seen an Esper in a minute, and that's the #1 raid boss that I'm after.
First day, and that's the only one I've seen.
I've gotten 2 or 3 raids off on those, but not any this week. I did do a the damn Germans are back. It's in German again.
Which one
I did
were you looking at?
A snow run.
A Schnucklepeak?
Yeah, that one. I'm really excited to get a Schnucklepeak, shining one. It just looks like a beautiful little...
shiny Schnucklepeak?
Mm-hmm, that's the one.
I like the shiny Schnucklepeak in the snow.
It just looks like a little aurora, like it's wrapped up in an aurora borealis. It's maybe one of my all-time favorite shiny Pokemon.
It is a great shiny.
I'll raid for that anytime.
Yeah, and then tier 3, we got it's Stuf 3. Machamp, we got Metawak, Hariyama. I saw Hariyama today, I just couldn't be bothered. And then we've got who else we got in here? Aggron, Excadrill, and then we have Mawile, Kyurem, like you said. I haven't seen a Gengar. I tried to do a Mega Charizard today, but I couldn't get it done. So did I. Yeah.
Oh, you pieced out on me though. You were like, I'm doing something with a turkey. You left me hanging.
The turkey at like that exact moment.
You left Matt hanging too, Salt, and also Jared. We had 3 people. Yeah. But such is life. Let's talk about the other raid bosses that are popping around. Kind of surprisingly, Regirock, Steel, Regice are all coming back for like a week.
Yeah, but
it's the holidays.
I was going to say, well, it's just the weekends, really. So December 12th and 13th, you had Regirock. The 19th and the 20th, you got Registeel. And then the 26th and the 27th, you're going to have Regice. And they spawn till basically Sunday night at 10 p.m. in your local area, which is people were going pretty hard for the Regirock this week, and I did probably like 8 Regirock raids.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I don't care about it. I just need to do raids, but
do a bunch of Steel next week so we can trade whenever I see you. I don't have a PvP IV Registeel or anything unlocked or ready to go. I could use the candy for that one.
It's a little mint chocolate monster.
Oh, I like the shiny ones on these. All these shinies are Regice shiny's not very good, but neither is Regice.
I was gonna say Regirock
looks cool. It's like a little,
it's like caramel. Rusty. Yeah, it's like a rust color to it.
Registeel is mint chocolate, like you said.
I think Registeel is probably going to be the one that people go. I know it got nerfed, but still pretty cool. I think people will go pretty hard for old Registeel.
I'm surprised. I did not think that these were coming around. Welcome. It's kind of like it breaks up the Kyurem a little bit, so it's good. Yeah.
No complaints on that.
Not too much. Some shiny hunting. Got some PvP relevance down there in the Great League, so it's all good.
Yeah, and like you said, the candy is nice too.
You want to talk a little egg testing?
There's a lot actually going here. So there's raid and egg testing. So raid rewards are being adjusted in the UK and Ireland, and they're set to end in January. So basically, since the 9th through January, they're adjusting the raid rewards to try to see where that's at. I'm sure they're going to be tracking like the total number of participation, see if that goes up. And all that. We'll have more to that on follow, but I think it's interesting that they're tinkering with that. I'm not really sure. We'll just talk about this real quick so we can get on to the egg testing, which I think is more relevant. Is anybody out there complaining about raid rewards?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a rebalance because they shrunk the number of tiers, so they're kind of re-configure things to get that right. That's the only thing I could think of. I don't really, other than rare candy, like everything else that comes out of raids, and I guess Stardust, and now I guess XP. So actually, raids are more relevant in that regard. But in terms of like potions and even now TMs, I got more TMs than I know what to do with. So that none of that is the pool for me. Ultimately, it's the Pokemon in the raid that gets me to say yes or no.
Oh man, I wish we could trade in like 20 TMs for an elite TM, but
that'd be something.
I digress. They're not going to do that. Just in case anyone's like, "Oh, that'd be a great idea. I hope that happens." It's never going to happen, but that would be cool. All right, let's talk more about the egg changes because I know that this is a little bit more substantial. We're actually talking to Ken. He's actually his account has already been activated with this. So egg management testing is taking place with, quote, some trainers across the world. So Ken obviously lives in the United States. And what it basically is, I was going to say, we'll be able to store an additional 3 eggs but these egg slots at the bottom are only for Adventure Sync and 12K eggs. Essentially, it means that you're not going to waste a spot, or you don't have to hold extra spots open. You could still get these little bonus zones, so you don't have to be like, oh, I can't fight this team leader because I've got 4 kilometers left on this 5K. Now you can actually fight those battles and get that. Same thing with Adventure Sync. Like, I can't remember how many times when that thing first happened, how many people lost the 50K egg that they were working on so hard.
I like this a lot. I really think it's important. It's kind of hard to time 7K eggs, but with the 12K eggs, really difficult. You know, you're like 3 rocket people away, and you're trying to decide whether you can open gifts or spin even a stop, because you got to get that 12K egg. You're after that Santa, you're after that Volpe, whatever. So this is very, very welcome. I think, we're talking to Ken, and he was like, well, I already filled up my 3 slots with 10K eggs, but I'm like, hey, this is a good problem to have. Now you're set. You got your 12K eggs locked up for a little while at least. You got some cushion there.
You mean
very
12K
encouraged.
eggs? He's filled up his 3 shots with 12K.
What did I say? 10K? Oh yeah, I meant 12K. So I like it. I meant Trebuch eggs actually is what I meant. But hey, at least they're out there, I guess. So we can get after that.
I like it. And again, you don't want to inadvertently create a system that causes players to not want to play, which is what is happening. That's just backwards game design. So anything that tries to alleviate some of that pressure, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. So that's really encouraged. Hopefully it comes out soon. I suspect there's like 2 different options, but it seems to be like only like the way they're laid out, whether they're in like a separate section or just throw it in. I kind of like a little separate section, keep an eye on it. So I hope that's the way they go. Ultimately, I don't care. Just give me 3 more egg slots permanently. That'd be kind of cool. Or let me delete eggs. We've talked about that. Yeah, but
that's the thing though. They just get filled up.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it needs to be this separate reserve section.
I wonder, would you trade a reserve section, like every egg type? You can have 3 of each, So like these are your 2K egg slots. These are your 5K, 7K, 10K, 12K.
No, I don't want that. I want to be able to stack multiple ones if I want to.
I kind of like
theoretically you could like, let's say I just tomorrow changed out my whole way of doing Pokemon and was like, I'm gonna hatch a bunch of 10K eggs tomorrow because I'm an idiot and I don't learn. Then I can only hatch 3 at a time. I don't like that.
Yeah, well, then also you can't sync with a start piece, so that does kind of suck. So I hope they don't do that. But I like this change. I hope we get it soon. What is you put a day on the calendar? I'm gonna bet January 20th.
$1.
Grandpa's birthday.
Sorry, I was playing a different game. I'll go February 1st.
Okay, we'll see who's right, and then have battle. Oh, Salt. I want to say before we get to our complaining here, victory for Twitter? Did we achieve victory through Twitter?
I think Twitter won.
It's Egypt. We freed Egypt, and then this thing happened. Well, actually, in between Squirtle Squad, but those are the 3 I think hallmarks for Twitter. We got the last ditch. Holy crap! Team Rocket event. We're getting rid of frustration, y'all, just in time for Community Day. Hold on, I'm gonna do the noise. Burr, burr, burr. You gotta get a sound effect for that.
I was gonna say that was very, very well appreciated. I think I have that sound effect somewhere actually.
Do you? Just start every
right
Drake song. You could just do that.
Trying to make a spit out his coffee.
We'll talk about Magmar in a minute. So the ultimate question with this whole thing is, 1, great. People really needed to have this to get rid of those frustrations. It's been like 6 months since the last one, so we just needed one anyway. Right before Community Day, clutch. The real question, Salt, is, was this the plan all along, or was this Niantic reacting?
I don't think it was the plan all along. And the reason why, I think you announce it not way sooner, but you definitely don't announce it. Like, what was it, like 24 hours before it happened? I just don't see that that's the case.
Well, it was synced up with the Game Awards. So maybe there was that like on the agenda to be like, hey, Game Awards,
why not push the notification in app that tells people that this is happening next week?
For the hype
doesn't make any. I was gonna say it doesn't make any sense.
Well, the only thing it does feel like a confusing head scratcher, because my first thought was this is a reaction, which is good. That's actually good news. We want them to be like, yo, a lot of people are asking for this on Twitter. We need to give this thing so we don't mess up Community Day. But then the fact that like Wooper came along with it, there were all these balloons popping up. Like it wasn't just a switch flip. Like there was actually more to this, which makes me think it wasn't super thrown together. So maybe some of this was planned, maybe some of it wasn't planned. But either way, very much appreciated because woo, we had some shadows.
Yeah, that
Some
it
shadow
definitely people were pretty excited about it. Both more frequent balloons and then also just Wooper. People really like Wooper.
Man, have you seen? Is it like to get to level 45 where you have to do a billion rocket fights and a billion leader fights? So I bet
the
anybody
leader fights is going to be devastating.
I mean, that is just a lot of rockets. So I'm hoping for the people that are way out in front, they got a good round on this because ouch, I'm gonna like have to time that up. I think Nick from Trainer Tips was able to sync that up and really go after it in a day. So I'm hoping they do one of these again. 6 months is too long, man, for these. They need to do these like once every 3 months
3
max.
to 4, yeah.
I really hope we see more of these.
All right. You ready to take the gloves off? You ready to complain?
I'm ready. I'm ready to go talk about chill time, polar vortex. What the hell is going on right now?
Galarian Mr. Mime is coming to Pokemon Go.
Kinda.
If you want to pay for it. So tickets for this event cost $7.99 or your local equivalent, and it's going to happen from December 19th, 10 a.m. to December 20th at 8 p.m. Here's what you get, and we want to be very clear with the things that you get for this. It's not just you pay $8 and you get a Galarian Mr. Mime. So what happens when you pay this? You get access to special research that gives you an encounter with Galarian Mr. Mime and enough candy to evolve it so that you can get a Mr. Rhyme.
One Galarian Mr. Mime. This is important. It's a Galarian Mr. Mime. So it's not like you can evolve your regular Mr. Mime into Mr. Rhyme. It has to be that Galarian style Mr. Mime. So
just your other Alolan forms.
What's an Alolan thing that evolves different? Oh, so like kind of like Weezing? No, that one's even different because it's just a regular Weezing. I'm trying to think like what's
like
got
Vulpix.
Oh, Vulpix is a good example. Yeah, Vulpix is, but it has a different type. You know, it actually is a really good example. No, not Darumaka. I'm trying to think, is there a Pokemon that just evolves into a brand new Pokemon in Gen 7?
Oh, yeah.
Because the Galarian Mr. Mime is just a different form, and then Mr. Rhyme is a brand new Pokemon. So it's a little bit different.
Sirfetch'd.
Oh, Sirfetch'd. Of that.
Yeah.
So, well, even then, no, because you don't need a Galarian. Oh, you do need a Galarian Farfetch'd. Yeah, so that's a perfect equivalent. And the fact, I think, well, let's just get through all this stuff, and then we can talk about kind of where people are at.
Okay. You also get a special medal. You get the event medal. There are going to be encounters with Alolan Vulpix, Jigglypuff, Jinx, Whismere, Chimico, and Snorunt. You get an avatar pose inspired by Mr. Mime. Horrifying.
Presumably a lot of butt grabbing. I can only imagine.
And the rewards you get from presumably from completing the special research: 3 incense, 3 rare candy, 30 ultra balls, 3 premium battle passes, 1 Poffin, 2 glacial lures, 3 super incubators, 3 star pieces, and you also get some exclusive field research that'll give you encounters with Jinx, Lapras, Woobat, and Chubcho.
Okay, so even without a ticket, from that same time period, you still get the spawns that will be specifically attracted to incense. So that's good. Incense
you get
in
some
general
of the spawns.
Well, some of the spawns.
So you get Jinx, Swinub,
Spoink, Woobat, and Chubco. How do you say Chubchu?
Chubchu,
like he's a snotty little bear. And then incense overall is going to last for 3 hours. That's great. We're all stuck inside. Even if there wasn't a pandemic, it's real cold and nasty outside. So hey, that's good. And then overall, everyone has access to the chance to catch a shiny Chubchu. So
how do you feel about that shiny? I like that shiny.
That's a good shiny. It's kind of understated. It's like got a purpley tint to it. You know, that's good. Mm-hmm. I really like Bear Arctic. I did my Shield playthrough with Bear Arctic. I just like that Pokemon a lot. It's cool. It's got a little frost ice beard. Okay. It's nice. And a big old belly for scratches.
You ready for the hot takes?
Okay. So I think Twitter
We don't like it.
Awash with the opinions. And yeah, I don't like this at all. I've really tried to be thinking about it. I don't like it for so many reasons.
Yeah.
You go first.
All right, so let's just go. We don't even need any forms this. I didn't like it when it was freaking slot machine. I didn't like that, right? But don't tell me that Regigigas is equivalent to Mr. Rhyme, because it's not. Like,
Not even
what are we
close.
talking? So first of all, I don't like these events. Moreover, I damn sure don't like it for Mr. Rhyme. What are we talking about?
That
Also,
is
it's in the
perplexing.
holiday season, and it's like we got Mr. Rhyme popping in here, not on theme. $8 is a like. How much did GoFest cost? Was
Uh,
GoFest not like $10? How much was GoFest?
yeah. So in-person Go Fest was 25. I can't remember what we paid this summer,
Yeah.
but it was probably like 15 or 12. It was like on that plane.
Okay, so
So
I'm just saying, what like
yeah.
get out of
Well,
town with this.
so I think the and I will start with like the redeeming quality is the rewards you get are they have value, right? So that, like not most of it, but when you start talking about 3 battle passes, some glacial lures, incubators, and star pieces, like that has an equivalent monetary value, right? I'm not going to do the math, but it's really close to
So
$8 one way or the other.
I mean, the battle pass is $3 right there.
So that's $3, right? The I guess the super incubators equivalent, they're like $3. Star pieces, I think, are those 100 a pop. So
Yeah.
you're probably getting your value right there. So that's good, I guess. But the reason I don't like it is I don't like the fact, and this they're putting this Pokemon straight up behind a paywall, right? Like I am really happy to pay money for an experience, even like Regigigas or Genesect, where it's like, hey, we're gonna give you special research and you're gonna give us some money. I'm like, okay, it's a mythical Pokemon and there's like something to it. This feels, maybe it's because it's not a mythical Pokemon, and maybe it's because we've had the experience of 2 events that were kind of a letdown,
Oh,
where
they're
it's just
super
like,
underwhelming. I mean, let's be clear, man. We did the Regigigas thing, and immediately after the event, we're like, there was nothing to this, man. It was very. It was. The dialogue wasn't interesting. The story elements weren't there. The quests were just like kind of whatever. And it was really you just go do some errands, and then you get a Regigigas.
it was very much like par for the course special research. And we're about to gush, I think, about the Kanto event later, but I think the distinguishing factor is like this is not an experience. I am very happy to pay for GoFest because that's an experience. There's stuff to do. It's new. There's dialogue. There's all kinds of like I'm playing the game a different way. This to me, in everything other than the rewards, and even kind of some of the rewards, this feels like a regular December event, right? Like what really distinguishes this from a regular event other than the fact that it's going to cost money now? Like I know I hate to be the guy that's like, "Oh, slippery slope." But this really doesn't feel good. This really feels like a bad precedent.
Yeah, I mean, like the easiest way I can explain is I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not doing this and it's not even some principle take because I need to make a stand. I'm just telling you right now, as like a dude that plays this game every day, it's not worth $8 for me. I don't care. Like, I
Well,
just don't.
then there's kind of the drama, and we've seen this a little bit with the Kanto event too, is like the exchange rates are all over the place. So like I know the Brazil post got a ton of traction where it's like exorbitantly more expensive in Brazil to do this. Like
Mhm.
especially if you compare it to like the minimum wage, it's like a day and a half's worth of the minimum wage in Brazil because of the markup. Like that sucks.
Yeah.
And this is just so I don't like it because it's mythic or not a mythical Pokemon. I feel like this is very much a perfunctory event and cool. There's additional rewards that up the value.
Perfunctory.
Yeah, you like that? I don't like it because of the precedent it sets. I really think that's bad. And ultimately, like I think it's important that Niantic hears this feedback that we're like not interested, but ultimately they're a business. That's what they're in that business. And I think this is very much a vote with your wallet kind of situation. I'm not saying like dramatic nonsense like let's boycott what that's I think we just have to say if, for me personally, I don't want to reward this type of thing. I think this is a bridge too far. And the exchange here is like, we just don't pay for it. And then they either add more value or they, and I case because we're kind of stacking up these paid events back to back pretty quick, man.
So let's make this thing worth $8. Me and you. What
Okay.
do we need to do to make this thing worth $8?
I think it's all about the experience, right? Like I understand the value and I think that's cool. that you're just gonna get stuff. But what can we do to make the playing of the actual game more exciting? You do that, you get my money. So let's iterate on that. What's a Mr. Rhyme thing? Like we go bail him out of jail because he touched someone's butt, and we're like, you can't do that, Mr. Rhyme. That's not cool. That might fly in Galar, but that does not fly here. You need consent for the butt touching.
Okay, so beyond whatever horrifying rabbit hole you're down, I'm just thinking
We have to
about
go write some fan fiction. I'll be back in a minute.
trying to do like something with Christmas. So something like people get access to the events, and then the gifts they send, maybe the eggs can hatch Galarian. I mean, that's kind of weird though, because Mr. Mime Jr. But something like the gifts enable it because you want to like bring in the holiday theme for it. And then even though if you don't pay for the event, but you get gifts from somebody that did, then you can get a Galarian Mr. Mime. Something there. We're just trying to tie in anything with Christmas.
I think the gift giving is fun, like to make me do something different, right? Like to make me play the game in a different way. Maybe I need to send, all of a sudden my focus becomes on not catching Pokemon, not doing GBL, but now I'm like, I am Delibird. Like let's make Delibird a magic Delibird, the narrator. Like we don't go to Professor Willow's Magic Meadow. Now all of a sudden Delibird is giving us the quest and his sleigh is broken or whatever, and we've got to give gifts, and we've got to go around and give all these gifts to all these different people, and kind of do something that's going to make me shift my focus away from like catching Pokemon to like now my mission is to give gifts. Like that's how I'm going to complete this research. Anything that makes me play differently, that's worth money to me. And the Kanto stuff we're going to talk about in a minute is that. And so I just really hope we have more of that and less of this, because I really feel like this is just a regular, like think back to the Delibird event. How is this different than that event? New Pokemon, it's wintertime. There's going to be some research associated with it.
The
$8,
Surfetched,
please.
like Surfetched. I'm not getting it. I don't get it. Yeah. Ugh. Not worth $8.
I hope, and it's unfortunate because I really feel like the hype we had from the Kanto stuff and all the changes and the go beyond excitement just kind of like stacking on top of that. I really feel like there's a lot of positive momentum, and this is just kind of like someone put a turd in the punch bowl. Like this is what everyone wants to talk about right now for obvious reasons, but it's taken the wind out of the sails in a time when it's pretty windy,
Yeah,
it's
the
like
game
a lot
would
of
just
good
be
stuff.
It would be better off if this just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't get it. It just feels like a little bit a bridge too far. It really does.
Yeah, no. I guess that's the easiest summary of it. I neither as the host of this show or as a person that plays the game feel compelled to do this event in any way. I'm just not going to. And honestly, like the special research, especially comparing it to the Genesect, and it just feels like chore work, and I'm going to go out and do some chores to get a Galarian Mr. Mime. Like, nah, it's going to be a no for me, dog. Like, I'm not doing it.
So here's my fix for this event. You tell me if this is okay. Everything is the exact same, even the price. And you basically make all these rewards, which are pretty lucrative, right? Monetary speaking, they have value. You make that like a box. You're going to sell a special chill time box, so you can get a really good discount over here for $8 or whatever. And then you just put Mr. Galarian, Mr. Mime out into the wild. Right now, everyone's happy. There's no blowback. People that you're selling some boxes, probably more than you're going to sell now because of everyone taking a big old dump on this event. Then there's no blowback. I think it really
that
boils
box
down.
Can include that pose too, if you want.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, now you've taken a fun event and you've given people the opportunity to get more than just one of these, and there's no backlash, and people feel like it's good, and it doesn't feel like a hostage negotiation where they're like, "You give me $8, you get the Mr. Mime," right?
And I'm like, you could put a bullet in that Mr. Mime.
Put two in there. Put one for me. I just think it's that kind of like, what are you doing here? Like what gonna just boil it down to like one for one, like pass the money, pass the Pokemon. Because if that's the case, there's a lot of Pokemon and not a lot of money I'm willing to spend on this kind of stuff. So like, let's just take a beat and think about it.
Yeah. Anything else to say about this one?
I just want to tee off on it some more.
I was going to say we'll definitely have some more reactions afterwards.
Well, maybe maybe it's going to come in this week. It's going to happen. People are going to do it, and they're going to be like, "Hey, it was actually a lot of fun. There was all this crazy stuff that they didn't even say." Reserve the right to change our mind, but from what we know right now, it's a hard pass.
Yeah, it's going to be
hard pass.
Going to be a no. Let's move on to talk about some stuff that's a little bit more exciting.
Let's do a little palate cleanser. Let's do the Jumanji Jungle Time, and then we'll get to the really good stuff.
Yeah. So this is data mining. So Pokeminers has found just general about. Do you want to do the disclaimer? We should. Oh man, I should make the disclaimer into a sound effect.
Oh my god, we could read it like supersonic speed.
Yeah, but it'd be funny
like that
because it would just be the exact same every time. Anyway, data mining is technically breaking the terms of service, and none of this is final. None of the information is confirmed by Niantic, and it is subject to change. So don't data mine. And we didn't data mine, but some people did data mine, and now we're going to talk about it.
And I believe, like from a technical perspective, it is a crime against God. Is that it? Is that what you would call it?
Oh, you mean data mining or the event itself?
No, the event is fine. I'm just thinking like from a technical legal perspective, it is a crime against God and nature. Is that accurate?
That is accurate. Yeah.
This is sick science that they've done.
An abomination.
That's what happened. The thing I'm so excited about this event, and Matt alluded to it, and I didn't understand we meant on last week's episode.
Sorry, I'm just trying to imagine like two people are arguing and one person is trying to convince somebody that another person is terrible. It's like that person is so terrible they are legally declared an abomination.
That's what the court said. It's bad. So Matt mentioned in the notes last week that we're getting out of Professor Willow's Magical Meadow, and that's because, and I didn't get it, Jesse and James, in addition to popping back in their Meowth balloon and you gonna kick the crap out of them, they're actually gonna run the research. You're gonna interact with them. They're gonna have dialogue. It looks like they're gonna be the ones telling you what to do and where to go. So they've got a background posted up here, the data mining. They're standing around in like a jungle. I think that's so much fun. That kind of expands the world a little bit.
Oh my god, this is man, this is like the first time we saw Professor Willow.
Yeah,
and we were talking to him in the Magical Meadow. Do this. Let's keep doing this. This is exactly what players want. This is how you make the game way more interesting. I want to talk to my team leader. Like I want to have to go do monthly missions for Candela and Valor. What? How cool is that? And I know we're not talking about this event at all, but can you imagine if you were ported in and you were just the lowest ranking member of the team and you slowly worked your way up and gained your team leader's trust to become one of their top lieutenants?
Well, it's Valor, so it's entirely based on a chin-up merit system, I believe.
Is that not good?
That's not good for us.
That's not.
It's a lot of upper body strength. I'm more of a chunky boy, like with the legs, Like, let's do some squats. I feel good about my squats.
Yeah. Or push-ups. We can do push-ups for days.
I could do a lot of push-ups. Crunches? Come on now. Like, get after it.
Yeah.
But
basically, we're very truncated individuals.
It's true. The September...
But it's kind of like watching a cinder block try to lift itself up. It's not...
A lot of kicking. A lot of this. December 14th. So that's tomorrow or today. If you're listening to this podcast, it's going to start. It's going to go for a week. So it's going to go from Monday to Monday. There's a lot of stuff happening. It's going to culminate in a big-time... holy crap kind of moment where everyone's going to get access to a shiny Celebi, which is really cool. It's like a majestic pink with little green tips on its antenna. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Explorer Pikachu is actually going to be out. I actually like this Pikachu quite a bit.
It's got
a little bag and a pith helmet. I like it.
Adorable hat. I like that.
Yeah. This free event is way better than that $8 event.
I don't want to be that guy, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
And you're not the first person to make that comparison, especially guaranteed shiny mythical. It's like Mr. Rhyme who?
Yeah, I'm confused. Did Niantic literally just switch the $8 price tag on this? Like I am way closer. I hate to say this out loud, but I'm way closer to paying $8 for this than I am the other thing. Right?
Don't say it. Don't.
I'm just saying, man.
Don't say
it. If I'm gonna fork over $8, it's definitely I would begrudgingly do that for this. There's no chance I'm gonna do it for Mr. Rhyme, but for this, I'd probably pay $8.
So there's other
I would
really
be
good
happy about it.
So there's other really good stuff for this event. You're gonna get some good spawns. We talked about those last week. Your Hoot Hoot, your Nuzleaf, your Drillbird, your Cottony, your Dweeble. I didn't realize this until now, but there's also gonna be some good stuff in 5K eggs. a lot of babies. So your Iggy Buff, your Smoochum, Electakid, Bonsly, Magby, and then also Rufflet are going to be hatching on a 5K. So again, between the Froakie and the Rufflet, I'm going to have like some weeks on the 5K eggs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm all about that.
They're doing the shiny Rufflet. It's good.
Ooh,
It's good stuff.
America. Yeah, I'm very excited about this. I can't wait to turn my game on tomorrow. I really hope it happens first thing in the morning.
I need that shiny Rufflet in my life. I want it. Okay, Salt. It's big time now, Salt. Are you ready to go?
This is the point of the show where if I was drinking a Moscow Mule, I would go make another Moscow Mule.
No, you can't go because we're going home, Salt. We're going all the way back.
We're going back to our roots.
Back to basics.
Back to Kanto.
Yeah, man, I am
Kanto,
so excited about this.
That poor dehydrated cow. We are just going back to milk Kanto one more time. The
Firmly
Pokemon
disagree. This is not a milking, Salt. This is not getting something from a dry well. This is, I think, excellent. I'm so excited about this.
Yeah, to be clear, I'm very happy about this. Pokemon Go Tour Kanto, which then Matt wrote some swear words in the notes.
Sure he did.
Then told us to write some things that we can't say out loud. But it's $11.99 or your local equivalent. And then Matt wrote, "You can just shut up and take my money."
Just give it to him.
Yeah.
So again, it's, this one's more expensive and it's all the way in February. This is not going to happen until February 21st, which, considering how big of an event this is, like, you're going to need all day. It starts at 9 a.m. It ends at 9 p.m. local time, and you're going to need all day. So I love the fact that we're getting months notice on this to like block that day off, because this is not a small endeavor.
No. Just for starters, for the Pokemon anniversary, we're going to go back to Kanto. All shinies from the Kanto region will be available, some for the first time ever. That's right. Shiny Paris, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we
shiny
waited.
Sparrow.
Yeah, life. But I'm excited for the shiny hunt. But to me, the best part of this is the Safari Zone quality about it, because the real objective for the Kanto event is all about, can you catch or obtain via trading or stealing or whatever all 150 original Kanto Pokemon in 12 hours. That's right, y'all. It is we didn't even have a name for it, but it is the Kanto Throwdown. It is time to belly up to the bar. Can you do it? Can you do the gauntlet? Do you have what it takes? I am really excited to find out. It's so fun.
Oh, I'm going to. I'll tell you that right now. It's happening. I'm just a little bit worried about the water Pokemon out here, but I don't think it'll be impossible, but we'll see. Yeah, and like Nar said, you have to catch them all on that day. You got to catch them all. Then it's not just if you have them or not. But there's going to be options for this, so you can actually get the red or green version of the event, just like the original Japanese games. There was no blue version in Japan, so there are Pokemon that are exclusive to that specific event. So if you pick red version, you're going to get Ekans, Oddish, Mankey, Growlithe, Scyther, and Electabuzz that will be attracted by incense. And the green version players are not going to get access to those Pokemon. So the green version exclusives are going to be Sandshrew, Vulpix, Meowth, Bellsprout, Magmar, and Pinsir, and they will be attracted to instance, and vice versa.
Just like the old school games.
Yep. Green players will not have access to the red Pokemon, and red Pokemon players won't have access to the green Pokemon.
Is it just the? I think it's permanently, like, you have to trade. I think that's the way it is. I don't know if there's like a super rare chance you could catch an Ekans if you do green. I don't think so.
Yeah, you're not gonna get those. There's also some increased spawns too for some other Pokemon that aren't exclusive but are also kind of a little bit different. So there's going to be increased chance of counting a shiny Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pidgey, Ekans, Pikachu, Nidoran female. This is all for red version. Oddish, Diglett, Mankey, Growlithe, Ponyta, Shelter, Drowsy, Krabby, Hitmonlee, Lickitung, Scyther, Electabuzz, Eevee, Kabuto, and Dratini. And then for the green version, you've got some of those other ones like Pikachu, and then you've got all the Sandshrews. They're exclusives.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, but then you've got Execute, Hitmonchan, Coughing, Tangela, Horsey, Magmar, Pinsir, Eevee, Ammonite, and Dratini.
So a little bit of like the fossils, those are split. The Hitmon Pokemon, those are split. I like that. I think it's the Nidorans. I think that's fun. I don't know how much like. So I'm excited about the shiny checking of it all because you're going to be catching these Pokemon.
Somebody out there is going to try to get 150 in shinies.
Probably. And someone's going to do it, Salt. Between like the trading, I guarantee there's like some person that's like gaming it up right now. They're like, you're going to get me this shiny and you're going to give me that shiny. And they're going to come together in some sort of giant shiny conglomerate.
Special trades.
Oh yeah, that's going to be impossible. Well, good luck to that crazy maniac. But I just think like the brilliance here of having all Kanto shiny. There wasn't that many, right? There's only like a small handful of Kanto shiny that aren't released. But this way, during the event, every single thing, you don't have to think about it. Every single thing you click on has the chance to be shiny. So while you're doing this just grind of a grind for 12 hours straight, there are going to be these little dopamine drops of like, oh, a shiny, oh, a shiny, oh, a shiny. And that'll kind of sustain you over the course of the day. I think that's a brilliant little move to make it kind of extra fun.
Insane person on this day.
Well, they're going to extend distance trading to 40 kilometers. So that'll make it a little bit easier, but you're going to probably want to work this out now. So that's screwing me up. Like, you're no good to me. I assume you're going red version?
Yes, of course.
I'm going green version, like a good person. So I need to make a buddy with a red person, like make a plan now, This is why we need time to prepare.
Or I'm just going to get Peppa to do it. She's going to come do it for like the couple hours of lunchtime, or she's just gonna give me her phone. One of those two things is gonna happen.
You're gonna drag through it. I don't know. I think you got to do it. We might have some rules around like the actual. How hard do you think this is gonna be?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I bet it's not gonna be that hard. I bet we're making it seem harder than it's actually gonna be.
I kind of want it to be hard though, but it's like, so it can't be. So let's flash back in the Wayback Machine, right? Where it's July 2016. Some of these Pokemon spawns you'd see incredibly rarely, right? Like you're not just gonna see Hitmonlee.
We'd go weeks and weeks without seeing a Dratini.
Like there are certain spaces you could go where you do a Dratini, but then you talk about like how long it took us to catch enough Dratini to evolve into a Dragonite, which presumably, unless there's like wild Dragonite, that's what you're gonna have to do. I gotta suspect there's gonna be. There must be more diversity to the spawns to make this even close to possible. There has to be.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to do for that. Like what kind of research there's going to be. How is that going to work? Because I suspect
who knows. Hey, there's no rules against your candy. Like if you catch a Dratini on that day, evolve it, and you did it.
Then you kind of need to stock up then just to make sure. Like you got to go through all your Kanto Pokemon, make sure you didn't mass evolve or clear out. That you've got enough random everything candy.
Yeah, I mean everyone should who's been playing for a while.
Yeah,
but yeah, I would definitely go check everything just to make sure.
But with people doing mass evolves again, you never know. Someone could be just flat out on.
Don't do that.
Some people, Salt. Someone actually just emailed me about that. No, that's good. It's happening.
I'm not doing it.
So let's see what else we got. Okay, so you're gonna get more candy for catching Kanto Pokemon. I don't know if that's gonna be double or what, but presumably that'll be also multiplied by the Pineapple Berry, which is good. So that'll make it a little bit easier if you do find yourself coming up a little short. A little incentive, kind of like you remember like 8th grade dance. If you buy your ticket early, it's better because it's more expensive at the door, Salt. So listen to the student council people and buy early because you get a little CD, little community day love.
Yeah, you actually get the special research for January and February if you buy by a certain date. So if you purchase by January 13th, you get it for the January Community Day, and then if you purchase by the 3rd February, you get it for the February Community Day. So you get the little 99-cent special research.
Yeah. Which, hey, if I'm getting
I'm doing it so
for free, might as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing the 21st, so might as well.
The other thing I really like about this event is they're going to have some just Gen 1 Legendary All-Stars coming back. So you got the 3 Legendary Birds, all with exclusive attacks. So you got Articuno with Hurricane, Scott Baio, or aka Zapdos with Thundershock, very important. You got Moltres with Sky Attack, and then delicious Psystrike Mewtwo returns. Nom nom nom.
Oh, do you not have 100% Psystrike Mewtwo?
I do not have 100% Psystrike Mewtwo.
Weird. I have.
That's just your problem. I mean, ultimately, what does it matter?
I mean, a lot because
it matters a lot. I mean, emotionally,
it doesn't matter.
Okay. I'm so excited about this. I really am. Because again, this is an experience. This is like drop everything. Here we go. We're going to do a race. Who can get it done? Who's tough enough? Who's strategic enough? What do we have to do? I like that. This is going to be different than playing the game for 12 hours like on a regular Saturday. This is a whole new kind of thing. And for that, you get my money.
Yeah. That's what you get.
Give me a whole new experience. You get all the money you want. I'm going to shell it right over. I'm going to fork it all out. And it's, I hate to go back to the negativity, but like the hype level when this was announced, like peak. Everyone's like, oh, damn, here we go. This is so cool. And then they go do the chill time thing, and it's kind of like, someone farted at the funeral, and it's just like, let's go back to the hype. Let's everyone be excited about this thing. This is the cool thing.
Yeah, way better. Way better all around. Just,
I also think the fact that they're like doing this is like the first thing of this. I suspect you think they're going to do Pokemon Go Tour.
Oh yeah,
Johto.
Oh yeah, we're doing
all
that.
Of them.
That's happening. Yeah,
we
will not get through the summer without Johto. Guaranteed.
Yes, I was going to say by the time July rolls around, we're going to have Johto. I bet, and I'm going to give them another $12. Especially like if this event goes off as good as it looks, I'm real happy to do all of these.
Yep, absolutely. Oh man, that's so cool.
I like them thinking outside, not just for those events, but like the fact that they're thinking big. I want them to think big. I want them to think like, especially if what we hope happens and Chill Tunes doesn't do so good and this does do so good, then like this is great market incentive to be like, how can we think of creative, fun ways to play the game that people will reward us financially for, and then to come up with cool, interesting ideas like this that really mix things up, that change the game.
It goes back to you got to sell the experience. You got to sell somebody something to do that day.
Kind of reminds me of the Catch Cup.
Yeah,
it's like it gives you a new reason to catch Pokemon that you've already caught, and I'm excited to do it
because somebody's gonna be sitting around like, oh damn it, I need a Krabby. Like,
yeah,
you guys seen a Krabby?
I want to be excited about a freaking Krabby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. I wonder, maybe that's like, the original Red series, and if a Pokemon dies, they like delete it. They can't ever use it again. They kind of impose hard mode rules. We should probably experiment with like, let's impose Kanto Tour hardcore rules. Like you can't use any previously earned candy, like some crazy stuff. I don't know if that's even possible, but maybe after the first one, for the Johto one, we can have like a good readout of how it's going to play.
Of reference. What I don't want to do is play by some like draconian rules for the first 6 hours and be like, oh, now I've screwed myself.
No, I can't do it. Yeah, so maybe something like that. We'll see how it goes, but I'm real excited about this Kanto Tour.
Stoked. Absolutely stoked, man. This is going to be... I'm already looking forward to it. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. And then they're going to sell us yellow version Kanto
I was going to say,
Tour.
I might go out of town just to go somewhere better to play Pokemon.
Imagine, like, we're not in a pandemic anymore, and you could come here, and we could give each other hugs.
Shh, sweet summer child.
No.
Don't. Those are those hope things I told you to just bury way down deep.
Bury them way down deep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We're an hour into the show almost, and we haven't even talked about the community day that just ended.
It was a long couple of days.
Yeah. What was your thoughts overall?
So I think there was good and there was bad. We talked about it, and it was kind of glaring that this was only 2019 and 2020. There were some all-star Pokemon that I really wanted to have access to. There was some stuff I really wanted to have the community day moves for, like your Bulbasaurs. I had a PvP IV Bulbasaur that I've been kind of waiting on for months for this day that came and went, and I'm just kind of like, that sucks. The other thing that, like, while we're just maybe being a little negative on this stuff, I was talking to Terry Wolf earlier, and there it is. And it didn't occur to me until we were a good ways into it, but like the fact that Mudkip spawns were not there and they were really like relying on raids for that and Bagon, that was a real disappointment. I think like I wanted to farm probably Mudkip more than anything, and that was just not great.
Yeah, I was gonna say the spawns actually were kind of like, eh. I'm looking around, I'm seeing a bunch of Magikarp and Magmar, and I'm like, I don't care. I barely did these community days the first time. And then interesting Pokemon like Slackoth and Bagon are in raids and eggs. I'm like, I don't want that. I want these guys.
So I'm looking like what's missing. I would have gone Yeah, there's like a lot of these guys. Like
Just think about like a lot of these spawns were C dot, Abra, and Weedle.
yeah,
And
and
yeah, I mean, like I get it. They could be shiny, but I already have those shinies, and they can have the community day moves, and that's cool, I guess. But like, I'm still looking at my map, and I'm seeing Weedle and Abra next to each other, and I'm like, and this is special.
I think the opportunity here that I was looking forward to was all about PvP IV farming. Just like, and 100% get some good IV shinies. Like that's there too. But the fact that some of the Pokemon I was the most interested in, I just didn't see a bananas level of spawns for. Even like a Trapinch. I'm like, let's give me some more Trapinch. Like,
Yeah,
I was really hoping we would see more variety there. And the fact that like half of the community day spawns, which was already kind of half, right? Because we stopped at 2019. So now we've like halved, and then I'm looking at like a quarter of the spawns, and I think that kind of like that took the wind out of the sails. I think for a
it
lot of
did.
people, but there were good things too. I really like the fact that it was 2 community days, so it like really helped out in terms of planning. Yesterday on Saturday, I didn't do very much. Today, I went very hard, so that was nice to have that flexibility. Um, Double Stardust the whole time, hell yeah. Half
Mm-hmm.
distance egg hatching, hell yeah. 3 hour instance, all this is really good.
Yeah, and I'm still getting spawns at my house. Just
Yeah.
they won't
Wait,
stop.
still?
Yeah,
I have Magikarp and Porygon in my house right now.
got a
I
bunch of
caught a
gas. I didn't really
Magikarp.
get that many shinies though.
I got a good smattering. I got more today. I'm trying to think. I did
Got a lot
I
of
what's
Piplup.
oh really?
Got a lot.
I broke down Salt. I clicked on I shiny checked a lot of Magmar. I talked a big game when Magmar Community Day rolled around. I said I'm too good for that. But alas, I did get a shiny Magmar. I couldn't help myself to be I had the FOMO. You have one, don't you? Don't judge me. You
I
got that
didn't
shiny
mean to get it.
Magmar.
I didn't mean to.
It was accident. I
I didn't mean it.
elect
I didn't mean it.
I kind of got like one or two shinies of all the spawns is what I ended up with. Um, but yeah, it was fine. I really was out there after I kind of realized the spawns were what they were. It was really a Stardust egg hatching exercise for me, and that's good. That's good enough for me to go out and play for a few hours. So
Catching
I was
Pokemon
happy.
right now. If you can't
I
tell.
can tell. What else? Oh, and there's nice little research with it. That was good too.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, it was. It was fine.
You want to talk a little PvP?
Be shiny. Yeah, let's talk a little PvP.
PvP.
Hit,
Just a couple of
hits.
announcements really on the timing. The Nightfall Cup is up and running. That's going to be real soon. Start time for the PGRL or Pokemon Go Radio League, our little Discord league. That's going to be December 16th. So get it together. I really need to. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't enter this because my baby is going to be born and I'm like going to not be able to participate. So probably just set this one out. I really like
Yeah,
ice
Peppa's
fighting
birthday.
normal.
I was gonna say Peppa's birthday's on the 19th, so we're going out of town this week. So I'm probably
Oh, where are you going?
Probably
Oh,
Taos.
Taos. Taos is nice. I like Angel Fire a lot.
What do you want me to do with that information?
I don't
Okay,
know. Just know that. Just know that
I
it's
was
a
gonna
nice little
say
town.
I know that now.
Yeah. So now you know that about me. The Unova Challenge is going to start the 18th, so that's going to be fun. We got that popping off. GBL Season 6 Ultra and Premier League is going to start tomorrow. So you got that going on. You got your
I
Ultra
saw
team ready?
Gracie getting ready for that. I mean, I'll do some ultras. I like it when I like to get in there when the cup first flips because I feel like I get a bunch more potatoes that I can just rock on,
Yeah.
and that usually helps.
I never have done Ultra Premier. Have you ever done that before? I don't even know what I would do with that.
I've never done ultra premiere.
I lean so heavily on my Giratina. I don't
I
want
was
to
gonna
say
say
my safety
I
blanket.
have like my Muck and my Togekiss and my Swampert. Probably do a lot of work with those three. I don't know.
I might have to. I just wouldn't even know like what to expect.
Well, it's like
with
I
that.
already have my. I don't know. I don't feel like I need it.
I'll play with both. See how I like it. But that's a little PvP time. Salt. You ready to hit that piano music? That sad piano music? Oh man, that's good stuff.
I just immediately started crying.
I thought about the Incredible Hulk walking down the road, hitchhiking. I feel like that's accurate.
All
Salt.
right.
What broke your heart? What's your
Well, we got to
Monica?
talk. We got to talk about old T Wolf.
Oh yeah,
Gotta get a shout out.
poor Terry.
Thunderwolf checked 1,000 Wooper and not a single shiny.
That is wild. It's too many. That's frankly
Yeah, it's too many.
many.
It's an upsetting amount to come away empty.
You'd expect at least like at the worst end of that to have two shinies out of that. That is a lot of shine. Did he count them? I wonder, or maybe he checked his decks.
His Pokedex. Yeah, he checked his decks.
There's so many. Especially like before on like Friday. I think it was Friday before Community Day. There were so many Wooper. It was like a Wooper Community Day.
They were Woopering it up.
They whooped it all up. What's your mon that got away? What broke your heart there, buddy?
Yeah, I didn't get a shiny Ghastly during the entire Community Day, and I caught like a bunch of Ghastly, and I just really like shiny Ghastly. And it's not even that I need it; it's that I was like, oh, surely I'll get a couple of these. Maybe I'll get like a really. I started out with too high expectations, like I always do, and I was like, I'll just get the #1 PvP IV shiny Ghastly.
Don't even worry about it.
Like it's just I didn't see one the entire time.
Just stacking it up
Piplup over and over again.
I tried to get as many Ghastly as I could, but that was probably like the spawn that I saw the least of.
Oh, not me. They were everywhere for me.
Oh, really? But you have a shiny Ghastly.
I have a bunch of them. I just really I was like, oh, I bet. I was like, I wanted to shiny grind PvP IVs, and that just didn't happen. It's a fool's errand, is what I'm here to tell you. When you want to shiny grind PvP IVs.
My mon that got away. I don't know if you know this. I was at Florida LSU game, and I threw a cleat 20 yards down the field.
I didn't know that.
That was me. Yeah, it was
real camera.
Yeah, people say that. It was really upsetting. My whole team is very mad at me.
It's weird. Upsetting. Yeah, on camera you look like a 20-year-old, 6'1" black male.
Yeah, and people think that.
I was gonna say it's just a lot different than what you look like now.
It's true. But the mustache, I think, is really the difference.
So much more athletic looking on TV.
Really,
the camera really takes away 50 pounds.
It's about right. And then adds 50 pounds of muscle. No, that game was funny, and it's breaking my heart. Non-Pokemon, but it breaks my heart that really put a dagger in the already dwindling chances of A&M's playoff hopes, but that's besides the point. What did my mom that got away? I think it was our consecutive failures to get Charizard raids off today. It was kind of disappointing. You're like, let's do this Charizard. I'm like, okay, here. But we didn't have enough people, and then I'm like, I'll show Salt what's up. And so I sent out I hadn't done a single raid today. I'm like, oh, I need to get my progress towards 41. I'm not trying to do $1 billion on raids. I'm trying to, use these free raid passes. And I spark off this Charizard X, and everyone's like, I'm busy, man. I got community day stuff happening. So I was like, fine. It's fine, I guess. So I went no raid today. So I better double up tomorrow. Otherwise, I will fall behind schedule.
How many raids you got in?
I don't know, like 15.
I'm at like 12.
I feel
like I raid all the time. I'm just like, why is this taking so long?
I'm just really trying to I'm gonna cave, quote unquote, and do like a few remote raid passes here and there, especially if I have like in-game currency to spend. But I'm trying to not trying to take it slow. Try not to spend $30 all at once.
Just raid passes just falling out of your butt.
I'm getting misty-eyed about it.
I was gonna say, what are you doing? I can see you.
I'm getting so teared up about it.
All right, well, let's cheer you up then. We got to do catch of the week. Shout out to Mosh Pit 37 hatching a Hundo Rylu.
Oh,
jealous! I'm really mad about that.
Rylundo.
A Rylu? Rylu? Yeah, I got it. I feel good about that one.
I think we feel pretty good about that.
While you're doing whatever you're doing, I'm gonna say my catch of the week was. Let me see. I want to get the exact rightness on the level of goodness. Yeah, I got during the event. I got the 23 best Great League Wooper or Quagsire. Yeah,
I'll take that.
That's nice. Yeah, heck yeah, I'll take that to the bank.
Take that.
Anytime I get down to double digits, pretty pumped about that.
I think Terry nice got just during that shadow Wooper.
During that event, just to have it checked off, it's nice. I mean, I'm not gonna make it, I'll need it, but do love me a mud boy.
I did something real cool. So on my catch time, I went out and I'm out there. I'm evolving. I'm doing community day, and I have, because it's half distance, I was gonna queue up another whole slate of 10K eggs, but I decided I didn't want to feel that way about myself. So I'm like, hey, half distance, let's get these guys going. So I hatched my 3 10K eggs today. And Salt, 3 out of 3 good 10K eggs happened today. I got the last gullet I needed to evolve. No, it did happen. My favorite was my first out. It's a gullet, so now I'm at 50 candy exactly once I transfer this little guy, so I can finally evolve that. I got an Igmola, which is good. I only have one of those, so this is my second. Hooray. And quite the XL candy also I'm getting for this. Just by the way, we're going to talk about XL candy here in a minute if we have time. 8 XL candy for hatching this little guy, the gullet. 3 for hatching Igmola, And then the Gibble I hatched for third. That was another 8 XL candy. So pretty happy. That's 3 for 3. I really am pretty excited about
What
that.
was it?
So,
Igmola, a Gullet, and
Gibble.
Gibble. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Igmola might be good for trading. I think a lot of people miss that little flying thunder squirrel. So it's good. Not mad at any of those.
No, I'll take that.
And it was just nice to like not flinch in anger at a Phoebus or whatever else out of a 10K egg. So
yeah, thank God.
He's stoked.
Okay, let's do our Kalos countdown.
15.
Let's see here.
Get good, son.
12.
You're bad at this.
I was trapped in my house until community days happened.
I'm hearing excuses is what I'm hearing. I mean, they sound like reasons to you, but they're excuses to me, son. Elevate your game. Elevate your game.
I'll be back on it.
I need to evolve some stuff for the last one, so I can really be whooping up on you there too. You want to talk? Do we have time to talk? We probably don't have time to talk XL Candy, do we?
Go ahead. Let's talk about it. We got time.
Talk XL Candy. So I got a couple of questions about XL Candy in the emails, and I don't think we've really given a deep dive on this. I think there's also I got some interesting opinions about XL Candy as well. So we talked briefly about this when Go Beyond started, but XL Candy, right? It's the currency to evolve past 40. You can only earn it when you're 40. So if you're like, hey, I'm level 36 and I don't ever see this, it's because you cannot. And it's really all about powering up Pokemon beyond, right? Go Beyond. There's a few ways to earn XL Candy. The thing I think that's like the interesting choice about XL Candy is the conversion is in there. We talked about that before. 100 to 1. Really no way to make that effective. Like it can help on the margins, the marginest of margins. You can use your stockpile to use some XL Candy at that exchange rate. But the interesting decision, I think,
for certain Pokemon, you can use it and it makes sense. Your Murkrows and stuff like that. If for some reason you're like, I need a level 50 Honchkrow.
But you don't. So it's like, why? And then for your really powerful Pokemon, maybe like a Gyarados or something like that, it's like, yeah, you're going to have like, I've got 2,000 Magikarp candy, but that's not going very far. You know, I need like, I can't remember what it is, but it's like 200 and almost 300, I think, XL candy total. I should look it up to power something all the way up to 50. It's a lot. So it really is going to matter. Just an incredible amount. And the decision I think is interesting is the best way to go get that candy is to catch Pokemon post Go Beyond.
296 XL candy to get from level 40 to 50.
So you're not doing that through conversion. You're going to have to do that kind of like starting now. And we'll talk about the different ways to get XL candy. But how do you feel about that decision to kind of say like, and Go Beyond starts now?
I kind of like it, actually. I kind of like it. I like that you can't just immediately power a Pokemon. Well, I guess levels was level gate. I don't know yet because I haven't experienced that buffer. I guess putting 2 roadblocks in the ways does seem a little bit unnecessary because it's already hard enough to get to 40 to 41 to 41, 42, so forth and so on. And then there's always Stardust. So I guess that's actually 3 roadblocks that you're putting in just to get a Pokemon up a level.
You don't have to be that level to power that Pokemon up, right? So you can do 10 plus. So if you're level 40, you could theoretically, if you had the XL candy, power Pokemon all the way up to 50 right now. So that's not really stopping you, but it is like an additional roadblock in the sense that it's like, we already got that grind going. Now we're going to do this grind too. Maybe it's good. You know, it's quote unquote content.
Yeah, I guess. I guess that is a thing that's I mean, what they didn't want was us to rush through the Go Beyond section and just immediately be able to do what we need to do with our reserves and our stockpiles and all that. So I guess it's achieving that function. But then again, like, so I'm saying I haven't had the need for a level 41 Pokemon, so I just haven't engaged with the system. I've been getting XL candy left, right, and center, and I know we're going to go through the list and stuff. I just don't see the need.
The other super controversial thing is, how do you feel about it actually being called Candy XL instead of XL Candy? It's so confusing.
Candy XL?
That's what it's called.
No, it's called XL Candy.
No. Check the thing, man. The official stuff all refers to it as Candy XL. It's backwards.
Oh, it does. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh, I don't
But
like that
everyone
at
just
all.
colloquially refers to it as XL candy because why wouldn't you? Anyway,
Yeah.
you can get this XL candy in basically
Candy
just by
XL.
yeah, you can get it just the normal way. The most efficient way is just by catching a Pokemon. Somebody, I think it was Zach on email asked if pineapple berries affect it. No, you're gonna get anytime you catch a Pokemon 0 to 3 XL candy. The only thing that does seem to matter or correlate a little bit is the higher the CP of that Pokemon, the more likely you are to get closer to that 3. Uh, that's kind of cool. So if you see a super high CP Pokemon, maybe feel like catching it. That's the thing. That's your most consistent way to get that candy XL.
Yep. There's also the other ways you can engage the games. Things like catching a raid boss will net you 1, trading a Pokemon, hatching.
That's
There's
pretty
all kinds of
legit
stuff.
too.
This is all coming from a GoHub article too. We'll link in the description of the show. But you can actually get a pretty good amount. Like, how many did you get from your hatches today? Those 10K
So
eggs?
it varies a little bit. I think I got 8, 3, and 8.
8, 3, and 8. Yeah, that's not a lot.
That's
for
something.
a 10K. I thought.
Yeah.
You can also get it for transferring Pokemon.
Yeah. So transferring the exchange rate, and then the thing that I think is potentially the most like hard is going to be what are we going to do with legendary Pokemon because you don't really have the chance to like catch a bunch of them. So that's going to be kind of tricky, especially like I think it's going to feel real bad when you go do that Mewtwo raid.
We're going to have to get XL rare candy, right?
Well, yeah, they have it. They have it, but it's only rewards. A lot of people don't even know that XL rare candy is in the game, but it's basically a super rare, pardon the double speak there, reward for leveling up. I forget what levels, but it's a level reward. So you only have you only at this point have access to a very small number of those candy.
That's not a thing.
Yeah. So like imagine how bad it's going to feel when you go.
We're going to need that to be rewards for legendary raids.
You do that Mewtwo raid, and it's like going to spit out 1. You don't even get any on the catch. You just get 1 for the raid, and you're like, cool. That's 10% of 1 level.
Why wouldn't you get 1 for the catch?
Well, maybe you don't because it's not guaranteed. Right when you catch a Pokemon, it's 0 to 3. I don't know. I haven't paid attention on a legendary raid, so I probably should look at that. I hope it's.
I'll go look at my Regirocks. See how many Regirock candy I have.
Oh, smart. Okay.
Because I haven't done a Regirock raid.
Guess you could do that retroactively.
Yeah. Let's see here. Regirock.
I think trading is going to be like a kind of sneaky
I only
way
have
to.
2, and I did. Let's see how many Regirocks I did. I did. Let's do recents. No recents.
Well, at least 2.
I've done
more than 2?
7 Regirock raids, and I've gotten 2 candy. So yeah, that doesn't feel very good.
Oh God. Okay. Oh, that's right, because it's not guaranteed for raids. Oof.
Yeah.
That's pretty stingy. That's real stingy. I wonder if you're just unlucky or if that's like what we can expect for raids. Because if that's the case, it's like it's not happening. I know we kind of talked about this, like we talked about this whenever we saw the exchange rate. These different ways of getting candy, I think, are good, but they don't change my mind on the fact that it's like this is never going to happen. Like at this current rate, it's like 50. Ha ha ha! I'll see you when I see you. Like for Pokemon powering up, it's just not a thing. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's just not unless you're literally dumping thousands of rare candy into it. We're gonna have to figure out ways to get XL rare candy and more rewards for more often.
Maybe that's the thing, or maybe they're gonna have like double XL candy events, or maybe there will be a berry. I've seen this speculated, like there's going to be a new berry that will more consistently generate XL candy. That'd be good. I just think like, I hope there are plans to increase it in the future because even though there are opportunities to get XL candy, there's no way to get it consistently. There's no real way to get it for the Pokemon that you would want to power up, right? Like, yeah, I can go out and catch as many Litleo as I want, and I'll get all the XL candy, but it's like I'm trying to power up Mewtwo, and I'm trying to power up Dragonite, and I'm trying to power up these Pokemon that I don't have access to catch right now. Another reason why I've been awesome for
things I've held it as long as I can. I gotta go pee.
Well, another reason why I want Dratini and Larvitar to be featured in this community day, it would have been really nice to just be scooping up the Candy XL for those instead of the other things, but such is life, I guess. So that's generally what we got for the Candy XL breakdown. There's not a lot of ways to game the system beyond maybe trading. I think trading and transferring and seeing how that goes for you. The odds for trading are not great. It's like 10%. So if you trade 10 Drutinis with a buddy, you might get one candy. So it's not the most time efficient way to get it, but it's probably the most consistent. So if you're really hard up for them, you could try that. And then you can transfer them, see where that gets you. Again, not great odds for transferring even. That's like around 5% of the time, it seems. So like that's at like 1 out of 20. So between those two, that's like your best bet. But nah, it doesn't sound super promising. It's kind of a bummer. I wonder when Salt's going to come back from the bathroom. Let's just talk crap about him while he's gone. Let us know what you think. Actually, I'm really feeling different about Candy XL, and you're like, hey, it's not a problem. I've got this secret strategy that nobody on the internet seems to know about. Or I'm super patient and willing to wait with all the patience of a Buddhist monk to just get to level 50 whenever it happens. If you got opinions on Candy XL, let us know. You can tweet us at PokemonGo_radio or email us anytime, info.PokemonGoRadio@gmail.com. Really want to hear from you. Really would love that feedback and just kind of let us know what you're doing to get the candy grind for the XL, because currently I am a twee bit stymied. It's pretty bad. So while Salt finishes going to take the world's longest pee-pee break, I am going to look up Twitter questions and see what we have in the old Twitter hopper. This is Salt's back just in time. Woo! Okay, Salt, we're on to questions. I got a question for you.
All right, you ready? Questions? It's good because my phone's about to die.
Comes from Jeremy, and he says, say Niantic offers you the choice between 2 single-use items, an item that turns the Pokemon shiny, or an item that sets the Pokemon's IV to 100% for one, or number 1 for PvP. Which do you choose? So you've got a thing in your bag that guarantees you could just dye a Pokemon shiny, or you can make it perfect IVs, and you only get it one time.
I'll do the perfect IV ones because I have plenty of shinies. I'll just make any of my shinies that.
Oh, that's actually, I feel like you've cheated. But I don't know. Yeah. Isn't there like maybe a special sentimental Pokemon that you'd want to turn shiny? It'd be kind of cool just to like flex and have like my Dragonite from 2016 be shiny, and people are like, that's not possible.
Yeah, but how would they know it's from 2016?
Because I would post it all over Twitter and be like, what do you think about that?
Well, then they'd be like, you use your special item on it or whatever.
They wouldn't know though, because
okay.
It's a secret. Only Jeremy gave me that power.
Oh, I didn't know that. Jeremy,
we got a special thing going. Gracie says Arby's or Wendy's.
Is it because Jeremy has spoken?
Jeremy has spoken.
Spoken.
Hey, no, spoken. He bit that. Show him respect. He bit that recess lady's breast. How can I forget? And then he actually went and hit me with a surprise left. Jeremy's rude. Come on, Jeremy. I think I would do the IV one. I think that's what I would do, but I would probably almost certainly use it for number 1 PvP IVs. Though to have another Shundo would be pretty legit. I think
it would be really fun to have a Shundo.
You got a 98% shiny though, don't you?
Rayquaza now.
Oh, that's pretty close. Oh, I've got 2 98% Rayquaza. That's what it was. Neither of them are shiny. I don't want to talk about it.
I have a 98% one, just not shiny.
Gracie said Arby's or Wendy's. I personally did not know this was a dichotomy or a debate, but what do you got? You're a big Arby's fan, aren't you?
I like Arby's. I
don't understand that.
Good, man. I like it. I like the.
I think Wendy's is classy fast food. That's what I think it is. Like, it's fancy.
I like a Wendy's. I'm just saying I like Arby's.
I like
the curly fries.
They just started doing breakfast at Wendy's. Can you believe that?
I know, but I'm not going to Wendy's for breakfast.
I'm not going anywhere to those places for breakfast. It's all nasty, but I'm just saying.
I feel bad for the Wendy's people. Now they got longer shifts.
Oh, yeah. Probably. Hey, but that's what you want, right? You want an opportunity.
You want hours, yeah. You want hours, yeah.
Hours. You want some chances at that.
It's also probably easier hours in the morning.
Matt says,
I'd rather work breakfast shift at our yeah. No, I'm
I don't know how early. That's pretty early.
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, you get in there at like 5 a.m. or whatever, and then you're out by the lunch rush. Like, let's do that.
I don't think that's
because it's not like you're getting paid per the hamburger or whatever, man. You get paid by the hour.
On that every time.
Yeah.
I'll say I whenever I would have like real trouble getting up early, like if I had to be at work early, I would reward myself. I'd be laying in bed. I'm like, I'm going to stop at Burger King and I'm going to get myself a sausage biscuit and a cup of coffee. And that's going to get me to the car at this irresponsible hour at 7 a.m. It's just too early.
I was going to say, what do you think is early?
If I have to be in the office at 7 a.m., I'm mad.
Our work starts every day at 7:30.
That's your fault, frankly. I mean, what do you want me to tell you?
I don't know why we do that.
That's not necessary. You should talk to somebody. Do you want me to talk to somebody?
Yeah.
I'll be like, guys, I promise.
I don't show up at 7:30. I'm just saying that's what time work starts.
You can do war anytime. You don't have to do it at 7:30. In fact, probably good to get the sleepy sand out of your eyes. Like really think. Wake up, really think about stuff before you go off to war. Just saying. These tips are free, Salt. I'm saying basically make me a general.
I appreciate it.
I
appreciate it. Yeah, I can't wait to make you a general.
Matt says,
I have the power to do.
Yeah, it's fine. Matt says, what is your favorite West Wing character and why is it CJ?
Okay, so I think we have to divide it between main characters and side characters.
Oh, who's your favorite?
Because there's too many. Like Lord Marbury is just, he's so great.
I don't know. He doesn't age well. It's kind of foppish. It's ridiculous.
He is a bit ridiculous. There's other side characters that are just the heat too.
I think CJ has, if you're like, I don't know what they're talking about. It's the West Wing. It's a television show from a long time ago. We won't spend a lot of time on this. CJ has the best arc in terms of development over time. There's no doubt. Season 7 CJ is the queen of everything. She's pretty amazing. I think just for pure entertainment value, though, I gotta go Josh Lyman. I know that's basic, but he crushes it. Bradley Whitford is hilarious. That dude's just good at acting. He does that weird burp talk thing. I don't fully understand why he can get away with that, but he does. It's great. I'm gonna go with Josh. I don't care. Come at me. I'm basic. You want to wrap this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. You can find us on Twitter at PokemonGo_radio, or you can email us anytime at info.pokemongoradio@gmail.com. Nailed it. And Nar, as I point to the camera, you can find this show on YouTube, where you can watch our faces talk words if you wish. I don't know why. It's the same exact show. It just, if you want to see us do it, you can do that now.
And emote when we remember that there's a camera pointed at us. Let's see what else we got. So just a reminder, the schedule stuff, holiday hangout, December 23rd.
We had a lot of views, and then I realized I messed up the video, and then I had to take it down. And now we have some of those views back.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. We're going to really empire. It's going to be wonderful. I get a little self-conscious. I don't like the view count. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need it to be equal to the number of people that listen to the podcast for me to be like, this is okay, And then it has to be not too big. Otherwise, I'm like, whoa, now. We're But what
if we turn it out here to provide somebody? People like watching it, so I just want to give people
start pulling pranks on our mom and just become YouTube jerks. Like what if that's a thing? We start playing Fortnite.
We just do it.
Yeah,
it just happens to us.
Maybe like if 100,000 people watch a YouTube
watches these prank dudes on YouTube, I'll figure out who they are next week. But they do some hilarious stuff.
I'm just
gonna give you a couple.
Fake. I don't believe any of it.
They do this thing where they walk into the McDonald's to repair the ice cream machines.
That's stupid.
No, there's this one. They just do all kinds of like weird, goofy things. But this, and they're not overly elaborate too. It's just like they'll walk up to somebody and they'll be like, "Hey man, do you know where Greg's Hardware is?" And they're like, "Nah." And he's like, "Oh, well, see, you just go up to here, the second light here, and then you take a left, and it's the third shop on the right."
And explain it to people.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, I think
there's a fine line between a prank and like just
so
being
funny
a jerk. Like a prank is
that's
when you mess with something.
That's innocuous enough to where it's just like, what the hell?
Exactly. Like a little bit of a what is totally fine and it's funny. Or if it's, but it's like, start like, I don't know. They're like getting into a fight and they're like, shoot their friend and their friend's bleeding to death on the floor and they're like, ha ha ha, it's a prank. You're scarred for life.
Or sorry, the other one they do is there's this like they'll walk up to girls on the beach and be like, in a very obviously ham-fisted like, I'm hitting on you, hey, did you know gullible is written in the sky? And they're like, very funny. But they actually have a plane with the word gullible streaming behind it.
That's funny.
Anyway, yeah. All right,
That's
enough about other people's
obnoxious.
YouTube bits. It's just funny to me.
Well, we're on YouTube, so we appreciate that. And we also appreciate all our patrons that support us. We actually have quite a few new patrons. So I want to give a big thank you to Kyle, Mick, Jacob, Michael, Ty, Brian, and Tom. We really appreciate all the support. I think I've got the
Can you hear my
Discord
dog
link.
dying in the
I
background?
can. It's upsetting.
Yeah.
Is he going to be okay?
He's had a bad cough. Yeah,
He sure does. Well, frankly, he shouldn't smoke that much. Honestly,
That's
it's
true.
his fault.
It's just one vice.
Yeah, I know, but like a pack and a half a day? That's too many. He doesn't even have thumbs. Who's lighting him for him, Salt? Are you enabling?
Congestive heart failure.
Well,
So,
yeah, but that's from all the smoking.
It's sad. That's
Shouldn't
true.
smoke.
Yeah, it's the smoking.
It's too many
And
bong rips for one dog. He doesn't have lips.
Ever since he gave up betting on the ponies, he just smokes a pack a day.
Really too much. It's too much, Salt. Who's buying him those cigarettes?
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to give a big extra special thank you to Roanna, who joins the $5 Discord level, our $5 Patreon level. We will name a Pokemon in your honor, Roanna. So just let us know what Pokemon. Maybe Salt's 100% Size Strike Mewtwo. You could do that. You could name it Roanna, or you could name it Fart Face. You could also make him do that. That would be very entertaining to me. Oh, wait.
Oh, they called
Peppa. Come on screen, Peppa.
You can come on screen.
Yeah.
Vlog create. No, she's not doing it. It's not happening.
Show us your big old belly. No.
It's not.
No.
You want to see your big old belly?
Oh. No.
It's not happening.
No. She's texting me. It's just the middle finger. Okay, excellent. Wrap it up, Salt. We're done. Take it home.
All right. Yeah. Well, we got new shows coming out every single Monday.
And in the meantime, are you ready with the thing? Go freaking catch them all.
I keep forgetting I have to do that.
You're bad at this. Nope, that's the wrong button.
I got it. Oh, no, they're both.
You know how to turn one of them off? Oh, no. Song with the guitar? Is that like actually a thing you could do on the guitar?
No idea. I've got several leftover options for dinners. I could have shrimp po' boy, have a steak and potato,
okay,
or that smoked turkey.
I like a smoked turkey. I had zuppa toscana for dinner, and I've been told it's almost as good as the Olive Garden. So that's quite a compliment.
Oh,
yeah. I have to go shave this mustache. Actually, is what I need to do. It is upsetting.
Oh, because you have to go to work tomorrow? Or you have to get within 200 feet of a school?